There's almost no shortage of wet dry vacuums on the market today, but they all share one dirty little secret. They smell after using them for a number of weeks. Well, the UWANT D600 was designed to counter that smell. Welcome back to Tech Talk with Jeremy. As you guessed it, we're gonna be unboxing this guy and we're gonna talk about the UWANT D600. We thank you, UWANT, for picking us for this collaboration, for sponsoring this video. We're really excited about doing it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into this box and then we're gonna go through some real world scenarios. We're gonna vacuum, we're gonna do some wet vacuum, the wet mop feature, and then we're going to get into the specifications of it. I'll go over my pros and cons, the things I love about it, some of the things I wish would change, and then we'll close out the video. But let's get into unboxing. All right, so as you can see, the D600 cordless wet dry vacuum, 4-process deodorization. Awesome, let's crack this guy open. Okay, so that kind of looks like a filter. See, yeah, it's a filter for sure. Let's take this guy out. Okay, and this is the station, the cleaning station that you bring it out to. Perfect. A little cleaning brush, that's kind of cool. All right, and then we have the deep cleaning solution from UWANT. Awesome. Okay, here is the important part. Oh, look at how awesome that looks. That is probably the fanciest vacuum I've had for sure. Okay. Here's the handle. Okay, and then we have another of the rollers. Awesome. So that is everything that is in this box for sure. We will get it set up and charged, and then we'll get to using it. So we're gonna go ahead and put the handle on. We're gonna attach it to the base. So basically you just put it in until you hear a click, and now it is in there strong. So that is how you assemble the vacuum. It's really all you had to do. But next what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this base plugged in, and then we're gonna start charging this for our first use. I'll show you a feature that's unique to UWANT. So once you're done vacuuming, all you really have to do to get on the charging station is just push it right into it. This is something that's very unique to UWANT. They're ones that design this, and it's just so nice to be able to, after you're done vacuuming, you're working, you're doing house chores, to just be able to drive it right onto the docking station for it to charge and start cleaning, right? So just a really cool feature. All right, we have our first mess to clean up. So what I want to do is show you how to get the water tank off. We're gonna fill it up, and then we're gonna start this bad boy up and see how it does on cleaning up this ketchup. So what we're gonna do is we're going to, right in here, there's a little button push down. You push that down, and then you pull out, and that releases the water tank, okay? So you're gonna see kind of the HEPA filter here. You're gonna see also where you add the water there. It does say, please wipe the surface water after adding water, so you definitely wanna do that. But we're going to add water, and then we're gonna add a little bit of the cleaning solution. So this is the UWANT deep cleaning solution, and then we're going to start cleaning. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and show some of these buttons that are on the handle. So the bottom one is gonna be your power button. This is gonna be your mode button, and that's gonna be the volume, and then the kind of normal water output mode. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on, it's gonna start in smart mode, and we're gonna see how it does. All right, so we're gonna fire it up, and it's gonna start in that smart mode. All right, you can see some of the water coming out a little bit. And we're gonna start going over that ketchup to see how it does. There we go. And it has cleaned up all of that ketchup. That is incredible. So one other thing I want to show you before we get over to the charging / cleaning station. There is this setting up here that is this little like water droplet. When you turn this on and you get going, you can either do low water output, normal, or high water output. For this floor this time, I'm choosing to do high water output, and it's really getting a better clean for me. All right, so it looks like we had an accident. Let's see how the UWANT D600 does with flour. Oh, look at that, guys. It's even getting in the grouts, like all the flour is in the grout. Incredible. And as you can see, it got everything out of the grout, and it completely cleaned up that flour. I mean, it just incredible. And flour is just such a hard thing for wet vacs to do. And this one just powered through it like it was nothing. wanted to show you some more features on the vacuum itself. So starting with the handle, you can actually have this be a floating handle instead of just set. So that makes it really easy to use, kind of takes some of the weight off of your wrist when you're doing the vacuum. And what I'm gonna do is I wanna show you how flat this can get and parallel to the ground. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. We're gonna set it to dry mode. And then I'm gonna show you how it can get under a couch. All right, so that's pretty decent right there, but it can go all the way to where it's parallel to the ground. I mean, it is just incredible. All right. And then of course, if you don't want the floating handle, you can just set it back to set handle, just like a normal vacuum. And that is how you use the dry mode with the floating handle. Okay, so I want to show you guys how easy this is to clean out. So this is the HEPA filter right here. We're going to rinse this off. And then what you do is you basically just pull this off, and that gets you into the dirty water tank. And then we're going to rinse this off as well. But first I want to pour out this dirty water. One thing I love is just how separate the clean water is from the dirty water tank. So pretty fantastic. All right, so let's do this. Let's rinse this off. Awesome. Okay, and that's as easy as it gets. Another amazing feature that I wanted to show you about the UWANT D600 is they have actually sealed the motor. So a lot of times stuff will get kind of stuck behind this roller brush here. And what you can do is you can just simply rinse it and it will not fry the motor. You can rinse the debris out, get anything that's stuck under there, and it will completely clean and you don't have to worry about destroying your vacuum, which is just incredible. All right, so let's talk about the RGB visualization multifunction base station. You're gonna have 4 different colors. The green light is basic self-cleaning. The blue is deep self-cleaning. The purple is the UVC light deep sterilization. And then the red is the infrared assisted hot air drying. Before we talk about some of the specifications, the suction power, like all that kind of good stuff, I wanted to do the tissue test. And what I mean by that is we just finished cleaning, we did all the floors and we plugged it in here and it's gone through all of its processes, right? So the kind of initial cleaning, the deep cleaning, the UV sanitization, and then the drying, okay? So I want to kind of show you with the tissue how good it is at cleaning and drying this thing. And there's nothing on there. It is perfectly clean and it is perfectly dry, right? Nothing on there at all. Pretty incredible. If you look at this, this is just so clean, and our floor was pretty decently dirty. So it just does such an incredible job of cleaning this, sanitizing it, and then drying it so you don't have that smell that comes with wet vacs, right? So let's go ahead and get this back on the charging, and we'll talk more about it. So we've just finished testing everything, and now I just want to kind of talk about it. Now, let me know in the comments, do you guys have a wet dry vac that you either love or it has a lot of bad odors? Let us know what that is, and you know, I'll respond to all those comments. But let's talk about kind of my pros and cons list and get to some of the specifications about this vacuum. So first, at the top of the pros list is just the suction power. It has 23,000 PA, which is just like a measurement of like the suction power. It's called Pascal. Now, to kind of put that in perspective, like the small robot vacuums that go, you know, around are about 2,000 to 8,000. If you get like a standard cordless vacuum, you're about 10,000 to 50,000 PA. Premium cordless are 20,000 to 28,000. And then like your corded that are premium are gonna be about 30,000. But if you think about that, that's right in the premium range. This is definitely a premium vacuum with that level of suction power, which is incredible. All right, next is gonna be the triple odor system. And what I mean by that is there's 3 different things that help this to like eliminate odors, okay? The first is gonna be dual odor removal sticks, okay? They're gonna go into the water itself. It has an IPX6 roller brush that is going to be able to, you're just going to be able to put water right on it to clean it. But it also has the cleaning system, right? The base station that cleans it with those 4 different RGB colors that we're going to talk about in a little bit. It also has like 100 degrees Celsius hot water plus hot air for deep cleaning and drying. So you have that UV cleaning for sanitization, and then it has that hot water, hot drying up to 100 degrees Celsius to eliminate any odors that are going to be on that roller brush, which is just phenomenal. the RGB visualization multifunctional base station, right? That's a mouthful. But first, like we talked about, the green light is gonna be kind of that basic self-cleaning. The blue is gonna be deep cleaning. The purple is gonna be that UV sanitization. And then the red is gonna be that drying feature that we just talked about, where it's the hot water, hot drying up to 100 degrees Celsius, which is just like incredible for killing germs and bacteria that may cause odor, right? The next, you can lay it flat, right? I mean, just perfectly flat. And it's only 4.72 inches, like when you have it flat, so it can fit under just a ton of spaces that you normally can't reach with other vacuums. Then it has that smart system, right? That's gonna be the next one on the pro list. And it can really tell whether you're going over like dry foods, wet foods, and it can adjust like the level of suction power, roller power, and then, you know, just that water coming out to ensure that you're gonna get the best clean possible. Next is going to be the 3 water level adjustments that you can do. So you can do low, medium, and high. If your floor is kind of dirty, if you haven't cleaned in a while, the high is going to be, you know, what you want to go with. Okay, so it really does a good job of getting even the hardest of things to come out of the floor. And that's going to kind of go over like the next one on my list, my pros list, is just how easy it is to use. Like we used to use a mop and buckets and different stuff, and it would take, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half to clean the floors. This took maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most. I mean, it was so fast to clean the floor. Like we had our Connect group over last night from our church, and there was just like, it was just so easy to clean the floors. And we always dreaded that before, but now it's something that is just so easy to do. The last one on the pros list is going to be that long battery life. You can run it for 50 minutes, which is just incredible because it's not going to take you that long. With that suction power, with the cleaning power of the roller brush, with the water, it's just not going to take you that long. So definitely kind of caps off the pros list. But let's talk about the cons list, okay? So on the cons list, like the first one is going to be battery charge time. It can take like 4 to 6 hours. So if you have a massive house and you're going and you run out of that 50-minute, you know, runtime, you're gonna have to recharge it, and it's gonna take a little while for it to recharge. So something you wanna think about if you have a really large house. It does weigh about 9.5 pounds, so it's a little heavier than some, but I do love the fact that you can undo that handle, and it's a floating handle, so it kind of takes the weight off. It doesn't feel as heavy with doing that. So, you know, those are my pros, those are my cons. I really enjoyed making this video. UWANT, thank you so much for picking us for this collaboration and sponsoring this video. But do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we're gonna have some affiliate links down in the description, so definitely check those out. But yeah, we love making these videos for you, and we'll see you in the next one.